We return now to Prince Harry, Journey to Invictus.
Invictus is Latin for unconquered. And Natasha Dupuis, co-captain of Canada's Invictus team, lives that strength in adversity with every breath, every lift, and every run. Further away from the trauma of war. The retired Master Corporal survived an IED attack in Afghanistan that killed 2 close friends.
I would say the hardest day of my life.
Her scars are not visible, but they run deep.
2 of my colleagues died on that hill. Why them and not me, you know? I completely fell apart. I was having terrible flashbacks that were so real that I would faint. Then I would have panic attacks that was so powerful, and I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Sport has become her salvation, and Prince Harry, a torch in her darkness.
I admire Prince Harry a lot. For him to be using his name to put attention to these games, I think it's really respectable, and he's very genuine, and you can tell that he takes this cause at heart.
If you can relate to what they're going through, even if it's in a small way. Lucky enough, I have, you know, all my hands, my feet, my legs, my arms, and everything. But you know, there's a very small amount that happen in here that I can relate to what they say. And when I'm sitting there and they're telling me about everything that they're struggling with, I'm sitting there going, okay, yeah. Who was before your dad got injured?
These are the people Prince Harry wants to champion.
Well, having one kid can be a handful for anybody.
Oh, definitely.
And then compared to that with your injuries and everything else, it's a handful.
Like Sergeant Michelle Turner, she was for a time trapped by her own fears and a heart condition.
I was just too scared to leave the house, and I didn't. And that's not a good mummy. That's not a good role model.
Scared to leave the house because you thought, I'm going to collapse again.
I did it all the time, yeah.
Her daughter, 6-year-old Maya, wrote a letter thanking Prince Harry, quote, for helping my mummy and her friends. And Lamin Manet, husband and father of 5 children, the former Army Guardsman survived an explosion in Afghanistan's Helmand province. He became a triple amputee, New Year's Eve 2010.
I think the first when it happened for the first week, when I don't realize it, when it happened, I was in coma for about 7-8 days, and I wake up and my wife,
in a coma.
Yeah, 8 days in a coma, and I don't realize anything. And my wife, I wake up, she told me, you lose your legs. I said, what do you mean I lose my leg? I said, why am I here? She said, I'm not supposed to be here. You know, I'm just supposed to be in Afghanistan, you know, eating all kind of things. I see it's bright. I said, why am I here? So I can feel my legs under the bed. When you feel first amputee, you just feel it under the bed, your head. I said, no, I can feel my legs. So when I stand up and I touch it, then it's gone. That's the time you reflect. Moment of reflection, you think about your kids, what am I going to do? You know,
How many more am I going to have?
Exactly. That time you don't think like that. But you think, there's so many thoughts come to you, you know, that's the end of my life. What am I going to do? Can I able to sustain this? Can I able to live with this? And then things just come into your mind. But, you know, Muslim, so my teaching when I was young, what they taught me was that life, everybody have a destiny, and your destiny comes to you when you don't expect it. So that just gave me the lift.
But it's easy
from there.
once you realize what your injuries are. It's easy to get into a negative spiral.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And if you don't get the support at that point, like if I got people around me who are saying, this is so bad, why does that happen to you? I might never get out.
Seems like that's what Invictus is all about, is bringing the family together as a support system. Was that always part of the plan?
I think everyone's family support system was always there. What Invictus has done has brought the injured, the wounded, injured and sick together for them to be able to have a focus and using sport as part of their rehabilitation. The amazing strength and that amazing bond, which basically means that no matter whether you have a partner, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a husband, a wife, kids, lots of kids, no kids, whatever, it's that bit, it's that mental strength and that ability to be able to bring yourself back from really being rock bottom.
Did you envision yourself an athlete, Michelle, when all this started?
Least competitive person ever. But now I'm getting that like competitiveness, and like I'm doing rowing and swimming.
That freedom that you have when you're in the pool.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you've been injured, unless you've been through what you've been through, yes, fine. Lots of people will say, oh no, I love swimming, but to actually really, really love swimming and get that much freedom out of it, no one will ever be able to understand.
Yeah, exactly, and know that you're so safe, because for me, water adds another element of something bad could happen. So I know that Invictus, I'm completely safe, and they have eyes on me all the time, and they're like, you can do it. And at trials, I didn't think I could do it. I just had this like wave of, I can't do this, and just thought I can't. And they made me do it, and I did it, and it just was the most amazing feeling.
But when I'm doing sport, I feel relaxed, feel confident. I can jump, I can smash things. It's a way of getting something out of you and try to sort that. And you meet with people as well in a group where you never met before. That's why Invictus bring people from different things and then do so many things you couldn't do when you are by yourself.
Sport is for everybody. It doesn't matter how big or how small, how tall or how short you are. It doesn't matter what your beliefs are. Sport brings everybody together, and it is a platform where you, however much you put into that, you'll get out of it. And therefore it's down to individual characters. That's why I love Invictus so much, is because you guys get to shine.
But Invictus teaches us that we can, and everybody there have got all like physical injuries, mental injuries, like you can't see my injury, it's inside. So, and you think, oh, I shouldn't really be here, I really shouldn't be here. And then they teach you then, yeah, you absolutely should. And I've helped people and they've helped me. And
so that's a really, really powerful thing you just said. So because some people have, you know, obviously obvious scars and others are invisible, there was a moment you felt you didn't belong?
Yeah, everybody does.
Yeah,
when they turn up at them camps,
yeah,
everybody.
It's happened, yeah. Because for me, if people look at me, they know that I got one hand, no legs. Nobody see what she's going through. It's not about physical, it's about mental health. And that's what people have to understand.
You've kind of hit the nail on the head. People start comparing each other, going, I don't deserve to be here. And also, you know, across the recovery centres as well, people saying, you know, no one knows what's going on inside my head. And the psychological injuries can be a lot harder for people to come to terms with, and harder to be able to explain, because if, as Lamin says, everyone knows that he's missing his arm, everybody knows he's missing his legs. But during that process, if I'm right in saying, when you were lying in bed, you go through a mental process, which probably makes life a little bit easier. Whereas other people have struggled in this kind of environment, and it hits you like a train. And then you never know how to recover. But that's when you bring everybody together, and from this time around, 17 different nations, you suddenly go, actually, you know what? I'm not one person here struggling. I'm not one family struggling. These are 550 competitors and their families, all who know exactly what I'm going through, or who can help each other.
After the break, from mother to son.
She drew a spotlight on the causes and on the issues that no one wanted to talk about.
And later,
I'm interested in how your journey worked in coming clean with your own struggles.
Stay with us. Prince Harry, Journey to Invictus continues after this.